Men and Downton Abbey, right? You all watched those. I was so happy when Downton Abbey ended. It was so great. What the Mahler's Fourth Symphony for me is like, it's like watching, honey, who was the butler who got jailed? Bates, Mr. Bates. Can you imagine if like Mr. Bates were in jail and, I mean, you know he's gonna get out, right? But let's say like there's one scene where Mr. Bates is in jail and then suddenly he's like using his iPad. That's Mahler's Fourth Symphony. It's kind of a strange juxtaposition of both the old and the new. It's retro. It's like Mad Men, made in 2015, but set in the 60s, 70s, 60s and 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Okay, so Mahler, how does he break the rules of classicism? That's what I want to show you. The symphony begins with what Mahler calls the jester's bells. It sounds like this. Now, you would never hear something like that. I mean, really, the only time you hear that instrument is in the department store around after Thanksgiving, right? I mean, that's what that is. You would definitely not hear that in a piece by Haydn or Mozart or Beethoven. You just would not. But Mahler follows this sort of non-traditional writing with very standard classical writing. And what I mean by classical is sort of 19th century, early 19th century, late 18th century music. Listen to this. Okay, that's Mahler. Now listen to this. This is written by Haydn. You actually may have heard Jason Uyama play that at Mission San Miguel a few years ago. They sound pretty similar, right? Very similar. Stravinsky, I think I've told you this before, Stravinsky once said that the good composers borrow, the great composers steal. So, besides the jingle bells in the beginning, we're pretty classical, right? More or less, right? It sounds like Haydn, kind of? Okay, so where is he breaking the rules of classicism? This is the first place he does. Unclassical about that? Do you, any of you have you have a look on your face, but it might be one of irritation. Anybody else? Well, carnival, okay, that's pretty good. Don't you think it was a little bottom heavy? Right? That sounds like it's very bottom heavy, right? That's where the tune was, in the bottom. Remember that Haydn that we just played? If we rewrote that in this style, this is what it would sound like. And that's definitely not something you're going to hear in your dentist's office, right? I mean, it just doesn't happen. That's because Haydn or Mozart, they would never give the cellos and basses that much to do. It's just not what they do. And by the way, that's called orchestration. It's called orchestration. The Mahler orchestration is thicker in the bottom. He's turned up the bass knob on the orchestra. And that's one thing that makes it very different. Now, those of you who've seen Notable Encounters, and I see a lot of my friends in the audience, I know you've seen a bunch of these, forgive me for this brief review, okay? Because I want to talk a little bit about the architecture of this piece. Now, when I start studying a piece like Mahler's Fourth, I started in March or April, you open up the book for the first time and you say, oh my God, how does this thing work? It's kind of like getting a new dishwasher or a new toaster, and you want to know what every button does. It's really fun. So what is the overall shape of the music? How is this piece constructed? What is the architecture? What is the architecture of this piece? Let's look at a piece that we all know. Okay? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Let's call that section A. Let's just call it A. What's B? Okay, so I forgot the words, but that's B. What comes next? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. It's no different. And it's even the same words, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Would you agree with me that Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star follows the architecture of A, B, A? Yes? Okay. This architecture is so important for you to know if you come to concerts like this, because I would say a huge number of people, a plurality, a significant, maybe, what do you think, folks, 40%, 50%? At least 40% of classical music is written with this scheme. Lots of movies employ this structure, right? You meet Pinocchio, that's A. Pinocchio skips school, that's B. He grows donkey ears, that's still part of B. He's in the whale, that's still B. And then he's dead, and then he gets resurrected as a boy, and that's back to A, except that's the credits. And that's why it's so depressing. Because he doesn't give you the payoff. He doesn't give you the payoff of a good A. You don't ever get it. It's A, B, A, goodbye. Okay? People like the great composers, they give you the payoff. They give that to you. So let's hear a good example. Let's hear this one. Serenade in G. That's the A section. Okay? Now, just like in the movies, composers, their B section will take elements of the A section and they mix them around to try to create a little drama, a little trouble, right? So, in the A section, that's Connie's wedding. And then right at the end of the A section, Michael Corleone shoots Sollozzo and the police captain in the head. And that's the end of the A. And then you have the intermission and Carmine Coppola is playing the piano and everything. Then you get to the B section. So I want to show you that's not what Mozart had in mind with Eine kleine Nachtmusik, but let's pretend that Mozart was. This happened to me, so let's let it be about me for now. Let's say that a couple of days ago I couldn't find my car. And I was getting really depressed. So here I am. I'm Higuera Street Fair. I can't find my car. Oh boy. Oh my God, I'm really in trouble. Oh my God, I can't find my car. My arm hurts. My legs hurt. Oh, I'm never gonna find my car. Oh my God, this is depressing. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh God, this is too depressing. Oh wait, my God, wait, there it is! I think that's my car! Holy cow, is it? Yes! It's my car! Now, you and I both know that's probably not what Mozart had in mind when he was writing Eine kleine Nachtmusik. It was my car. However, that return, all joking aside, that return to something familiar, that's the punchline of the ABA structure. That's what you're listening for. Okay? Folks, don't just listen to pretty sounds. You're listening for that punchline when you get back to where you were coming from. And that's why this music is so fundamental and so important in this day and age. It's not that it makes babies smarter, it doesn't. It's not that it's a nice diversion from our political system. It has nothing to do with that. It's because what Mozart says in Eine kleine Nachtmusik, what Mahler says in his symphony, is still germane to our lives. You have a birth, then you have your adolescence, you stray from home, and then you come home. And that return is so important to every human on the planet. Okay, now that we've gotten philosophical here, let's listen to Mahler's recapitulation. But actually, no, let's not do that. Let's listen to a theoretical version of Mahler's recapitulation had he not been so far out there. Remember, this is the iPad with Mr. Davis, right? He's really breaking the rules here. So let's hear if Mahler didn't break the rules, what would it sound like? It wasn't particularly interesting. The reason it wasn't particularly interesting is because I wrote that. It's awful. Now, you want to hear the real recap? Now listen to this.